Hello, this is Gihan Pereira. I have a question for you today. Is your business or organization at risk of being disrupted? Now, on Saturday night, last Saturday, I went along with 60,000 other people to see Coldplay live in concert here in Perth. It was a great concert, a great experience. And I've been following Coldplay for a while, and I like a few of their songs in particular. And one of them in particular, which is one of their most popular songs, Viva La Vida, is one that I've been talking about for a long time in my presentations and even in my writing. I even quoted it in my most recent book, Disrupted, because I was talking about disruption, and I said that Viva La Vida talks about disruption. Let me read you a few of the lyrics from that song. I will spare your ears the agony of having me attempt to sing that song, but let me read you a couple of the lyrics. I used to rule the world, seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone, sweep the streets I used to own. 1 minute I held the key, next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castles stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. And when I first heard that, I thought this is exactly what's happened to many large organizations. They've been disrupted. It used to be that if you were large and powerful, you had the majority of the market share, you were dominating your industry, you had a loyal customer base, you had a well-established brand. All of those things worked in your favor. They were assets. But now that's no longer the case. Our world has changed now, and when you have those assets in place, it actually makes you vulnerable to more nimble, more flexible, more agile competitors. The taxi industry discovered this, highly regulated, highly controlled. Then this little upstart called Uber came along, and remember when it was illegal, but it created such a strong customer value that it forced governments to change their laws. More recently, ChatGPT, the company OpenAI, 12 months ago, hardly anybody had heard about it, and then it's now become mainstream and taken the world by storm. And those tech giants like Google and Apple, they were taken by surprise, and they admitted that it really caught them off guard, and now they're scrambling to keep up. So what about you, with your team, your organization, maybe even your whole industry? Is it ripe for disruption? And I've got this little worksheet for you, which is a little bit of a self-assessment where I listed some of those things that in the past would have been considered strengths and assets. Now they're potential weaknesses and liabilities. They're the sort of things that you've built your castle on in the past, but now you might find that it's been built on pillars of salt and pillars of sand. So please download the worksheet, share it with other people in your team, share it with other leaders in your organization, and assess yourself based on that. Remember that a high score would have been a good sign of success for you in the past, but now it might be a danger sign or a warning sign, and it could indicate some cracks that smart, nimble, agile competitors could break into and completely disrupt your business, your organization, sometimes even your whole industry. And please work through that worksheet and then look at ways that you can address that. If you'd like to work with me to help you with that process, then I'd love to do that. I love working with future-ready leaders who are looking at not what's worked for them in the past, but it's also not throwing all of that away, but taking the best of that and then adapting it so it applies to a successful future. I look forward to working with you. I'll see you soon.